welcome to episode 125 of the Cat Lady Podcast, a sometimes bi-weekly, a sometimes weekly, a sometimes monthly podcast. I'm attempting to do weekly at this point, and I hemmed and hawed, and I flipped and flopped, because I don't have a lot to share, but that's okay, because that means I can keep the episodes a little shorter. I would just like to be able to put more content on this channel. I think that's the only way I'm going to grow, is if I actually do things, right? So if you haven't seen, I posted a dyeing video. I dyed up a skein. I will pull that out right now. I dyed up 2 skeins of Blue Nile. So this was one of my very first colorways, actually. And I don't typically have a dye to order section. I flipped and flopped on that too. I do a lot of flipping and flopping. Sorry. But I have a colorway gallery, and I need to build that too, because I do like to show what I've made, at least. And I take requests. So if it's something that's I know I can dye up and do a dye to order simply, easily, I will. So someone ordered one of these, and so I did too, because why not? And this is on the 17 micron merino, superwash merino. It's so soft. It's so soft. It's amazingly soft. I was telling the person who ordered it, I would love to sell this in person, because I feel like it's one of those things you have to squish and feel just to realize how soft it is. So a normal merino is like a 22 micron, I think they say, and the lower the number, the softer it is. So this is 17 micron, so it's so soft. And it's a 2-ply, and it's a perfect shawl yarn. And this is 115 grams, so it's a little bit bigger than a normal skein. So 420 yards, which just varies on needle size and whatever. It's like, because I got a really good size shawl out of this, even though technically, you know, the other skeins typically have a little bit more yardage. So I don't know. It's there's so many factors, right? But so I posted a video of how I dyed this, and it was just a sneak peek. It wasn't like the whole start to finish, because I did do a few extra things in between, and the way I heated and all that stuff and set things. So I mean, it's just I can't give away all my secrets, but I don't mind sharing most of them. And then I have another video today I haven't posted yet, but I will get that together, about how I wind my yarn, because it's not as, winding yarn isn't always simple. So I do wind it. I have a winding service I offer. Boy, I haven't even introduced myself. My name is Andrea, also known as the Cat Lady. That's 2 T's, C-A-T-T. That stands for Craft All the Things. I am coming to you from Michigan. Wearing my Michigan shirt today. It is a nice sunny day. Today, this week, has the clouds have parted, I feel, after yesterday, Inauguration Day, a transfer of power, and I don't know, things are hopefully looking up a little bit. So I feel good. I felt good yesterday. I felt kind of good today. It was a busy day, but I feel good. So it is a nice sunny day here in Michigan. It's freezing though, so I'm still dealing with that. I live in this hat. I live in this hat. This is a double brim beanie by Happy Little Yarn. Fun pom-pom. So anyway, so this is primarily a knitting fiber podcast. I dye yarn, obviously. If you haven't watched me, thank you if you are a returning viewer, and thank you if you're new for checking me out. Like I said, who knows when I'm going to record. I'm going to try to record more regularly, but bi-weekly tends to be where I settle on, but we'll see how the weekly goes. I used to be weekly, so I've been doing this for 5 years, surprisingly. So on to the knitting. I'll get back to that. I made a video about winding, so I will post that onto the channel as well, so you can see how you wind yarn on a skein into a cake, and some tips and tricks on making that go smoothly, because it doesn't always go very smoothly. So first up, I have no finished objects, but I have a couple whips to share. So I'm working on the Fast Fashion Sweater by Saffiyah Talley, who is the drunk knitter, just drunk knitter on Instagram. She just posted another really pretty pattern too, for a big old fluffy chunky shawl that looked really cool. So I finished the body. I posted a picture on Instagram. I'm on to sleeve number 1. I hate sleeves. I call it Sleeve Island for a reason, because you're stuck on the island. I feel like the island of sleeves. It's okay, but with Magic Loop, I just feel like I'm constantly just flipping and flopping and moving stitches around, because I feel like, but even like I'm thinking a 16-inch cord wouldn't be I don't think that would be big enough, or 16-inch loop wouldn't be big enough either. So, I mean, I'm pretty much, unless I want to switch to double points, I don't know. At this point now, I'm not going to switch now, but I just got to knit this up. So it is a cropped sweater, and I made it so it kind of it's just below my belly button, I think, or just at my belly button, roughly up right there. So if I wear a high-waisted pant, it'll be a perfect, but if I do raise my arm, it'll crop up, but that's okay. So I love it, and I think it's turning out great. So just keep plugging along on that. Last you saw it, the body wasn't done, so made some progress. I'll try to put a marker on here so I can track my progress, but we've seen I have like a small nub of, I really was tempted to make it a short sleeve. Like I could just stop it now, but I'll make it long sleeve. I might make another one, make that short sleeved. So I'm cold all the time, so a short sleeve sweater seems ridiculous and not very functional for me. So I would have to wear a shirt under it. And then if I'm wearing a sweater, I'm not wearing a sweater in the summer. I don't know, maybe a late spring, or I don't know. I don't think it makes sense. I have some like short sleeve kind of sweater type tops, but I don't wear them. So anyways. And next up is my Rhinebeck rainbow socks. So the kids are back to school. They're kind of part-time, so they're doing half days, but it still requires me to drop them off and pick them up. So this is now resumed my car knitting, which I can crank out quite a bit on car knitting. So I hadn't started the ribbing yet. So I did actually had a little virtual chat with some knit night chat with some friends, and I did get to the part where I needed to rib. So one sock this is all the ribbing I've done in the car over the last couple days. So I'm flying through that, and I'm trying to use up the yarn, but I might just do one repeat in ribbing. So I started at green. So where am I at? Green all the way up to orange. So yeah, oh boy, that's a lot. I don't know, maybe I'll go to the red and be done with it, because I like ribbing, but I don't need like 10 million years of ribbing. So I will check the length on some of my other socks too. But this is white birch fiber arts. It came in 250-gram perfectly matched skeins, so that was cool. So here's the other one. It's the other one I haven't started the ribbing yet, but I stopped where it needs to start. So I am gonna just pick it up and start ribbing on that one. So yeah, but if I'm the rate I'm going in the car, these will be done. These might be done by the next time I record. So we shall see. And that's only if we stay in school too. So many factors. So that's it. So that's it for my knitting. So yeah, like I said, I'm gonna kind of make this one short, but that's okay. I got plenty of other things I can chat about. But so stash. I have the stash here, and I'm trying to think if there was something else. I have some things on the way. And this actually came the day I recorded last week. So I will share this. So a local dyer, IceMelon Stash, is rebranding. So does she have her new? Oh, so wait, okay, yeah, here we go. So I have her old card, but I don't have her new card apparently. Maybe I had it somewhere, but I don't have it now. But anyway, she is now Supernova Dyeworks. So Supernova Dyeworks, remember that name. She was testing out her website and asked if some people wanted to help out and they would give her a discount. And I said, sure. I like discounts and I like helping out other dyers. So I ordered, let's see, her Diadem DK base, which is a 45% baby alpaca, 45% fine merino, and 10% silk. So this is really soft too. It looks like a 2-ply, and yeah, it's got that fuzzy kind of alpaca halo to it. I got 2 of those. These are one-of-a-kind colors. So she used to call them her wild unicorns. I don't know, again, she's got a new theme going, so I'm sure they'll have new names. But we have Amaranthin, I can't say that. I don't know if you can see that. amaranth pine, or purple pine. Purple. Who am I today? And then rose-colored glasses. I can read that one. Rose-colored glasses. But these look really pretty together, so these might have to become some kind of stripey project because these are pretty. And I did try to I really tried to coordinate. I tried to coordinate bases and colors because I get stuck with a lot of one skeins that I don't know what to do with. So I think these two will play very nice together into a 2-color shawl of some sort or whatever. And I'm super excited about this. And I was more, and I sort of, I don't know, I was more excited after I saw it in person because I'm like, this is going to be perfect. So if you watch my Make 9, I want to make, oh, got some floaties flying around. I want to make the Higgins Lake hat. And this is from the Nomadic Knits Michigan issue. Let's see, Higgins Lake. Of course, I could have got this ready for you, right? But why would we do that? Oh, there it is. So Higgins Lake by Jody Brown is that. So it's a 2-color kind of slip stitch hat, mosaic, or what do they call it? I'm not sure what the explanation was. But it's a 2-color hat, and I was going to dye my own yarn, which, I don't know, I still feel like I maybe should because, you know, I'm trying to like make samples and using my stuff, but I saw these two together and I'm like, oh, they would be so pretty. Oh, this would make such a pretty Higgins Lake hat. I mean, it just reminds me of water, and like Higgins Lake is really clear water, so kind of like this crystally tealy color kind of fits too, and like the deep water and the light water, and it sparkles. It's hard to see, but it's got sparkle in it. So this is probably, yeah, I mean, there's no question this is gonna become the Higgins Lake hat. So this has her new label on it, Supernova Dyeworks. She's located in Lansing, Michigan, which is not far from me. The Alrisha DK base, which is a 75% superwash merino, 20% nylon, 5% stellina, 230 yards in the exceptional pond and beach glass. So yes, they're totally both water themed colors. And they look really, they have a nice contrast. So it's gonna be the Higgins Lake hat. Done. So that is my Make 9. So I'm very, very excited. I still need to find a project. I do. Well, I've made a DK cowl out of my own yarn. I've made a sample out of every base. Made a shawl, another shawl. Oh, actually, yes. Shawl, hat. Shawl, hat. So I do technically, but I should have a shawl in every base, I would think, because that's kind of an easy, or sweater, but that's a lot of yarn. And a lot of time. So yeah, I don't know. I'm figuring this out. So that is it for what is on my plate, what is like fun and personal. I guess personal life news, not much. Like I said, kids are back in school. The weather is crappy, but it's nice today, so we have no plans. Child is walking through my room. What you doing?
Oh, I was
okay.
wondering where Emily's going.
Not here. It's like 3 in the afternoon, so whatever. Yeah, so not much going on in personal life, you know. So if that's all you're here for, that was really short. So we'll keep doing what I'm doing. If you are here for everything, then I will talk business. Okay, everyone you gotta stop. She's not in here.
Can I eat a snack?
Yeah, I literally told you when you're done playing games, you could eat a snack.
Okay.
So on to business. Thank you everyone who shopped the shop update. It went really well. There's still tons of yarn for sale, but overall I sold enough to cover a nice large yarn order, which I just placed today. So that's kind of my, my mini goals from update to update, from, month to month, I like to build the business, and in order to build, I need to buy more and I need to dye more, and so I got to buy more so I can dye more. So that was exciting. But just today I listed the skein of Blue Nile, and then I also did another experiment, which better than the last experiment. I don't have the skein. Do I have that in here? Actually, I do. Let's see. So I made I did a gradient. So I have a Addy Express king size. So it's this large, like kind of metal and plastic knitting machine that makes hats. So if you've been following me, you know exactly what I'm talking about because I've showed it off 100 times, or I've talked about it 100 times. And it knits a very, you know, specific gauge. So if you put worsted weight yarn in there, it's like perfect. And DK is good. Pretty much any standard 3-4 weight yarn is good. Anything less than that, and it's very airy, which for a sock blank is fabulous to get the dye to penetrate in there, right? So when I really like gradients, so that's why I'm trying to figure out how to dye them time effectively, because I mean I don't have the space to lay out and hand paint and do that kind of style right now, so that's just not in the cards. I don't have equipment to like wind like on a warping mill type thing like you would do self-striping, so I don't have that. So I'm trying to figure out like just dyeing a straight up sock blank. Well, I did that this summer, and the stitches are so tight together that you get this like heathering. So you can see there's lots of white spots in there, which it's great. I still don't have any issues with it. It's still gorgeous. It'll knit up beautifully, and that's just the way it is. But that wasn't what my intent was. But so this is also in the shop. I've got 2 of these. I burnt one, so I kept it. I'm dyeing then up a sample with it, because so a gradient, what it's going to do is it's going to start at the orange. It's going to knit orange, all orange, and then it's going to turn to, I think I go to pink, and it's going to knit all pink, and then it's going to go to purple and all purple. Pretty sure that's the order it's in, but regardless, you get what I mean. It's not like striping, it's not variegated, it's fading into one color into another, with kind of short transitions between each color, but transitions nonetheless. So that was the first attempt, using a purchased sock blank. That's very typical that you'd see people selling sock blanks. And of course I pulled it out and, you know, reskeined it. So I knit up on the knitting machine a sock blank, and it turned out it got this giant long tube that was really airy. So there was lots of space in between the stitches. It was, you know, mesh, very mesh looking. It wouldn't be something you'd ever probably just wear, or it's not really functional as a knitted piece, unless it's maybe accessory if you wanted kind of a different looking cowl. I should try that. But anyways, and I made another gradient. So I thought, and I was like certain that this was not going to do that. It wasn't going to do this. You know, it wasn't going to have those white spots in there. And it's substantially better. I mean, it's clearly better. So I got this. But you can still see in some of those blue spots there's little bits of white. I wouldn't even say it's white, just very, very lighter blues. You know, it's very tonal-ish. It's not like saturated. That's what I'm going for. Still, this is beautiful. It's for sale. It's called Dreams. I still have to tag it, but one skein of this. And this is on the 80-20. So this is the 75-25 base. Toe beans sock, which I don't carry except in the sock blanks. And then this is the 80-20 perfect sock. So it's a little bit softer because it's got a little bit more merino in it. But it's got nylon in it, so you can make socks. Now, gradient socks are fun because you start one sock with this and you do, you know, you gradiate from, there's 4 colors in here. It goes I don't remember the order exactly. Teal, pink, purple, blue. So you would start and you would you'd get a teal and a pink sock, and then you would continue and maybe get a pink, blue, pink, purple, and maybe not get to the blue, or maybe just blue at the end. So it makes like a fun matching but not matching pair of socks. Or you make a shawl that's really big, long, and it's goes from one color to the other. So I'm still trying to crack the gradient. This was better. Maybe I just need to get in there and squish the yarn around. Maybe I need to use I put this in mason jars, each color or each section of the blank. It was one long blank, so I crammed one section of each blank, you know, the next to each other in little jars. Maybe there was too smushed in there. Maybe they need to be in bigger pans. Maybe I do 2 colors at a time next to each other and then wait and, you know, make sure I'm squishing them around and then do the other 2 colors. I'm not sure. Because but, you know, do you guys like gradients? Do you want to see gradients? I mean, some people, that's all they do. So, I mean, there's plenty of dyers that sell just gradients. But if I throw a couple of these in now and then, you know, so they are a little more pricey because, again, there's now a substantially way more work involved, especially now if I have to make the blank instead of even buying the blank. But the blanks are priced higher when you buy them. So make the blank, dye it in, you know, sections and stuff, either hand painting or, you know, it's just obviously a different process. And then you have to, well, for this I do. You have to either recake it. Now, if I recaked it, that would be a little bit less involved, but it's still plenty involved. And I took the kinks mostly out of this. So I re-washed it after. So I washed it, dried it, re-skeined it, and then re-washed it so I could get the kinks out of it. Now, if I recaked it, it would just stay with the kinks in it. And that's, I think, typical of a caked gradient. So, but, you know, I just like the way they look, all like prettied up and straight. So I don't know. I don't mind putting in the extra work, but I got to charge a little bit more. So those are my 2 gradients that are in the works. I have one other skein of this 18 or 17 micron available. Hello Pumpkin. I really love this nice pretty pumpkin orange. These are all I have in the shop for the 17 micron right now. I did order some more. I do have some more, but not a lot. But I'd like to do some trunk shows or something in person to show this off. So I wanted to have some in my back pocket to be ready to go. But again, if you're interested in any sort of special order, sweater quantities, colorways that you see in the colorway gallery, just drop me a line. So the Blue Nile, someone messaged me, said, I really like this color. Can you make this? I can. Most of the time I can. And I just, again, if sometimes I make batches though that need to be 3 or 4 skeins. So it's like, do I want those extras in the shop? Do I think they'll sell? So a lot of it goes into that. I can make a private listing for you so you can purchase and we'll be good. Speaking of, so this was another request. So this was cranberries from the 12 Days of Perfect Yarn. And I made a sweater quantity and I made a couple extra because, again, I made batches of 4. They ordered 6. So here we go with the extra 2. These are so pretty. These are so pretty. So it's cranberries. So this nice swirly reds and like lighter reds, almost pinks in there with some. They are dark green speckles, which if you look really close, you can kind of tell. But, you know, on the darker reds, it almost just looks like darker, like black. But, so those are available on the DK. That's 100% superwash merino, 231 yards. I have lots of DK. So the DK hasn't moved much. So if you are looking for DK yarn, I have a lot of DK yarn. So I have Bleeding Hearts. So this is the kind of Valentine special. So we got lots of pinks and reds going on in there. So we have that. We have Plum Tucker, or this is pink plums. Also, so these are all the DK. And we have Steely Gray, which, oh, these are so pretty. Those are so pretty together. And then, where is the... And then we have Plum Tuckered. So, and then I have this set up if you want to purchase them as a kit. You get 10% off the Plum Tuckered collection. So we have Plum Tuckered, Pink Plums, and Steely Gray. This would make a gorgeous DK shawl. You gotta go.
Can I have a piece of toast for my snack?
Sure.
Okay. 2?
Sure.
Okay.
Can't win. This is a one-of-a-kind colorway. So once these are gone, these are gone. And of course, once again, I always want to recreate my one-of-a-kind colorways. This is Purple Rain. on DK. So this is the only base it's on too, because this was a dye dump day. Boy, I'm doing a lot of like, is it alliteration? So any dyes I had just laying around, and I still have more, but I didn't want to like blow through all my yarn with all my weird random dyes. But I had a dye dump day, and we did Purple Rain. And so there's purples, and there was pinks in there, and there's blues in there. And then I went over and speckled it with some extra blue, just to pull some of those blues out. So that is really pretty. Pulling from the archives, we still have some Pink Parties Hard, which is so pink it blows out my camera. But this is a gorgeous, insane, Pussy Hat, anyone? This would make a really good one. I don't know if there's a pattern for DK, but this is a bright pink with yellow speckles and blue speckles, and is that it? Just yellow and blue, looks like. And then another archive we have from last summer is Sunflowers. So nice, bright, summery. And I made a shawl out of the BFL version of this. But this is a really good one. Yellow is not my color, but boy, this is really pretty. It's nice, bright yellow with some green and dark brown speckles in it. And then we have October Graffiti, which I still love this too. Is it bad? Is it bad that I like love all my yarn? I don't know. I guess I'm supposed to, right? If someone's got to love it, it should be me since I made it. So this is October Graffiti. DK weight. So I have 3 skeins of this left. So that could make a short sleeve sweater, a small sweater. I don't know. Can you get a sweater out of 3? I'm not sure. And that is it for the DK, right? Yes, I think so. Oh, nope, one more. Tainted Love. So it's your semi-non-traditional Valentine color with the pink. It's got pinks in it, but it's got more orange and kind of grungy looking a little bit with the black speckles in there. So that is all for the DK. So, oh, and did I show the gray? DK gray? Yes, I did. Okay. Losing track here. So, in similar colorways, I have Plum Tuckered on Perfect Sock. And I have Pink Plums on Perfect Sock. I have one more set left. So what do I have? So I have a set available. Again, discount if you buy all 3. So I have it set as a set. And then I have 1 skein of Plum Tuckered left. So if you are interested in just one of these 2, just let me know. I will break the set apart if needed. So I have a skein of Goldenrod and 2 skeins of Pine. These were from the Christmas vintage colors, but you know, they're just colors. That's why I kind of wanted to stay away. Like, I went all out with the Valentine theme, right? But I wanted Christmas. I didn't want like I did my one Christmassy colorway, and then I did kind of classic colors, I'd say. So Goldenrod, which I really like that, and Pine. Let's see. This one's on deep discount because it's supposed to be sparkly and it's not really sparkly. So I talked about this last week. You can see a little tiny bits of sparkle. This is a one-of-kind pink grunge. So another dye dump thing. We had some pinks and purples and put some blues in there. I have 3 of these on sparkle and 1 of them on Perfect Sock, I think. Sparkle, sparkle. I don't see the one. Maybe I sold. Did I sell the one? Oh, maybe I sold the one. These are all sparkle. I don't see the one on. Boy, I don't remember selling it. But I don't see it in here. Did I sell it? Oh, no, there it is. I don't think I sold it. So that is the one on Perfect Sock. So 1 on Perfect Sock, and then 3 on the sparkle that's not so sparkly. So if you like just maybe a hint of sparkle, silly. Okay. Last but not least, we'll show off, we have some bleeding hearts on BFL. They're pinks and reds. We have some bleeding hearts on Sparkle. That is very, see, you can see the sparkle on that one, right? A lot more sparkly. And then we have Tainted Love on Sparkle. And we have, I think I'm out of Tainted Love on BFL. So all I have left is Tainted Love on Sparkle. And Perfect Sock. Do I only have one left of that? Yeah, I actually did pretty well, I think. I have one left on Perfect Sock of that. I only have one left, Bleeding Hearts on Perfect Sock as well. I need to organize this better. If you can tell, this is a hot mess of a bin, but everything's labeled, so we know what it all is. So when it comes time for pulling, though, it's like kind of a mess. But all my DK is pretty much over here. So that's pretty much it. Obviously, go to the website. That's everything's there. That's there. You know, now I'm at half an hour, so that's a good place to stop. Perfect Sock, Perfect Sock. Oh, no. Oh, okay, I have 2 Tainted Loves on Perfect Sock. Another one. So I appreciate everyone tuning in and following along my antics. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. You can email me at thecatladydesigns. Don't forget that's 2 T's at gmail.com. If you'd like to support the podcast, I have a coffee account, so it's www.ko-fi.com. If you want to be the first to know when shop updates are coming, what colors are coming, and discount codes, which I do have one possibly coming up in the near future, sign up for my newsletter. So the link is down below. It's a MailChimp link. So that is going to be your first way to get any kind of sales and what's new and when updates happen. I do share a lot of things to Instagram and Facebook, but I try to send information to my newsletter people first because that's the incentive to sign up for the newsletter, right? Again, I thank you all for your time and your support, and any questions, let me know. That's it. I need to make notes next time because I'm all over the place. Oh, and I didn't even put my light on. I am just killing it today, right? So, thanks everyone, and I hope you have a great weekend, a nice week ahead. I will see you possibly next week. And until then, go craft all the things.